Thank you for being with us on the WHHI-TV Daily News. With me now is Heather Rath. She is, of course, just knows everything that's going on around town.
I don't know about that. I know some things.
Got her pulse on figuring out a lot of the pulses around here. So we had a chance to meet Mark Smith yesterday. I didn't, but Robin interviewed him for the news. But I know you want to kind of mention him and what's going on there.
Yeah, so I hosted a meet and greet for him yesterday with about 25 business leaders in the community, business owners. Mark is awesome, fourth generation South Carolinian. He's currently at the State House, Republican from Berkeley County. He owns his own funeral home business. So he's a business owner. He's a legislator. Really just awesome person. I've worked with him in Columbia for a couple of years. Okay. And he is running for CD1, which currently is Mace's seat. Right? But Mace, as we've talked about before, is vacating to run for governor. Sure. So Mark is that front runner, and he's down here on Hilton Head Island and across the Lowcountry. Yesterday he was with me. He was also with Hilton Head Island Town Council. Then he was out at Sun City. It was fun because I sent out my invitation for the event, and one of them was to former Mayor Lisa Solka, and she is 100% behind Mark. And so I said, come to my event and introduce him with me. So that was really nice because I kind of covered the State House stuff, and then Lisa covered the local stuff because he was also on Mount Pleasant Town Council, so he understands municipal government. Yeah. And
been at every level, really.
Yeah, and then tonight he'll be with the Coastal Conservative Alliance at Poseidon. That's Lynn Fontaine's group that she has recently stood up. So yeah, a lot of really great chances to meet him, and hopefully he'll be the next congressman for our area.
Excellent. Well, thank you for sharing all of that. So you mentioned a second ago town council. So that's something we're gonna jump in there because there's just so much noise going on around short-term rentals. I mean, it just keeps going.
It does keep going. So. We had a 3-0 committee vote a couple of weeks ago that advanced some options for additional restrictions. Even though we haven't fully seen the capabilities of the current restrictions, they want to keep piling on in terms of more regulations. Very interesting concept. That was then shot down 6-1 by council. Huge public outcry, standing room only, 300 people. It was, people parked everywhere. It was crazy. Well, yesterday at town council, they pushed it forward again on that same vote, but there was an amendment put on at the last minute that didn't really cause a whole lot of goodwill among the industry, and not just the industry, but also residents that we talk about the short-term rental industry, and yes, it's a powerhouse, and it's an industry, and it's a driver of our arts and our culture, and our beach renourishment, all of that. But in addition, we have a lot of people that want to retire here. That buy their place and rent it out in order to pay that mortgage off. And so we're talking about people, right? And economic drivers. And so that amendment that was put on caused a lot of distress, but thankfully council voted it down, and they're moving forward just with the limited regulations right now and additional enforcement with, Bob Bromwich and his team.
Right.
It's really head spinning, and it's really interesting because the information that is being put out there by certain council members is being cherry picked, and that is not going to bode well for future goodwill.
Right. And it just adds to confusion for everybody.
And it adds to confusion. And chaos.
So, well, hopefully maybe we're moving toward it being a little quieter. We'll see.
We'll see.
We've got about a minute left. I know you wanted to talk about the SoLoco delegation situation.
This is really great. So SoLoco, which is all of the jurisdictions, it's led by Alan Perry and Harry Williams, City of Hardyville and Town of Hilton Head Island are the chairs, and they have come forward with this tri-share model that's a really interesting and unique model that they want to utilize. And basically, it's paying for childcare from the employer, from the employee, and then also from some sort of subsidy from the government. And that could help fund a better, more well-rounded childcare option so that people can go to work. So this was passed by all of the jurisdictions, Jasper, Beaufort County, and then all of the municipalities. It's super exciting.
Wow. Okay, so I can't wait for more details when that keeps going. So
absolutely.
That's great.
And then last but not least, Beaufort County approved a couple of land options for Habitat for Humanity to move forward with. I'm very involved in that, and so that's very exciting. So more to come on that.
More to come on that too. Great.
Yes.
All good stuff.
Yes.
Mostly all good stuff. A little hitch there, but we're getting there. Thank you, Heather, as always. Fantastic
Thank you so much.
Information. And thanks to everyone else on the show today as well for their insights and contributions. As always, our production team is behind the scenes to make all of this possible. And of course, we are honored that you've chosen to share a part of your day with us. I'm Betsy McDaniel, and we'll see you for the next WHHI-TV Daily News.